Hi, I'm Matt Lauzon, founder and CEO of Gemvara. What makes us special is we have a sort of virtually unlimited choice when it comes to fine jewelry. Every piece on the site is customizable. But what we do is we pair that with very personal guidance and tools to get people to the perfect piece, and we're sort of absolutely maniacally committed to getting people that perfect piece and fantastic experience. The official launch was in March, site went live in February, so it's been a little over 2 years now. But it's been a wild 2 years. We're excited. We have now over 20,000 customers that we served. See, we moved into this space actually last June. It's funny, we as a startup, it's funny being in the One Financial building, but it's actually a sublease of a sublease. So we got a fantastic deal. As a startup, we're really wise and focused about sort of where we invest. Oftentimes we make jokes because the space looks so expensive, but don't tell anyone it's actually not. So I know we sort of try to err on the side of having a very open, collaborative space, which has worked well for us. I tried having an office when we first moved into the space and gave that up pretty quickly. I like to think there's nothing like this in the world, actually. Jewelry is so meaningful for people. Vara in Sanskrit means wish. So it's, get the gem you wish for. And one of the things really cool is every piece on the site is available in up to 9 different metals. Everything from sterling silver to white gold, yellow gold, rose gold. Rose gold's really popular right now. Platinum and palladium. And then on the gemstone side, where it goes to that really getting what you wish for, is up to 26 different gemstones. So people use the different gemstones to tell sort of stories about different moments in their life. If you look at what people do with the ability to get the metals and gems of their choice and get that perfect piece and how meaningful that is, that's awesome. And things that we're doing like the 101-day return policy, and you'll see us be more and more aggressive over time and really shouting from the mountaintops that where we can be your jeweler for life and your kids' jeweler for life. That's how we look at it. I mean, even sort of 3 generations from now, we want to be sort of people's jeweler of choice. I think there's an emerging market all over the world, and our mission really is to have more loyal customers than any other jeweler in the world, online or offline. I would say 80+% of our customers had never bought jewelry online before, so they're trusting us with their first purchase. We have a lot of gifting type occasions, but I think you'll see us in the coming months roll out some new categories and price points that will be appropriate, not just for gifting, but for self-purchase, as well as big events. That wall is probably one of the most representative things of who we are, which is ongoing updated engravings that are in some of the rings that we sell. So we offer free engraving as one of the things that we think gives people the ability to have like a really personal touch on the pieces. So these are sort of a few recent ones, and it's always being updated with new ones. But I think some of them, are range from really sentimental to quite funny. I think my personal favorite over time, which amazingly more than one person has done, is put the ring back on. It was in a wedding band. So you could tell that they had some pretty good humor in their relationship. Well, I got introduced to this space by a fellow student that I got the company up and running with that came from the jewelry business. And that was when I really fell in love with it, and I realized there's such meaningful purchases. People should be able to get the perfect piece and have an amazing experience and feel like they can trust the jeweler that they're working with. We actually, when we first started, thought the right way to do it would be to be both in jewelry stores and have an at-home experience. What we realized was to really deliver this experience, we could do these amazing things like free engraving or like the 101-day return policy. Like, you've got to be working directly with the customer. And that, I think, was a big aha moment, was realizing when we took that leap of faith that within days people were ordering multi-thousand-dollar pieces of jewelry from us, and the stories associated with them were so powerful. It's the coolest thing in the world. At this point, every piece is made to order, and it's made to order here in the US. It has been really awesome creating jobs here and having the pieces made here and having great quality, as a result. I would say by and large it's quite collaborative, and I think in any given meeting or discussion it's quite likely there's an executive and an intern, present at the same time. So I'd say we definitely err on the side of transparency as it relates to financials, results, that kind of thing. In terms of vacation policy, we have an open policy, but I think that works because of ownership element where people feel accountable, people feel responsible and want to drive great results, and we trust people, which I think is really important. Coming out of school, got introduced to Highland Capital, Bob Davis there. He had heard about us in a business plan competition, and we had heard about how amazing of an investor he is. And after meeting him, got really excited about working together. So they wound up, they being Highland Capital, putting in $500,000 in the original round. And that was really to say, we can hire a core team, we can build an initial product, and we can test and see how people react to this. Based on that, we knew we'd need to raise more money, but we wanted to make sure we proved it out before we did that, which was the plan. We raised an additional, it was about $5.8 million in 2008. Then we raised another $5.2 million about a year after that. And then it was over a course of, call it the past year and a half, that we've brought in another $40 million or so into the company. It's interesting because people, every time you raise a round of money, people send you emails and notes and text messages and call you and congratulate you. Just say, wow, it's amazing, you just raised this money. And it feels great, and it's awesome because Boston is such an amazing community. People are so supportive. But I also believe quite strongly that a fundraising event is not in itself a milestone worth celebrating. It's the opportunity to do something that's worth celebrating. And with that money, and we talk about it very openly as a company, comes a ton of awesome opportunity, but also a ton of responsibility. And we take that really seriously. I think when new people come in the door, interview process, it's becoming sort of easier and easier to get that. But I also think as people learn more about what kind of company we are, people that get attracted to what we're doing and who we are, tend to be self-selecting. When we think about hiring somebody, it's not just about that person, it's like, who are the next 5 people they're going to attract? And if you think about it that way, I think it helps you get really aligned pretty quickly. I love the people side of all of this. Our culture is the people. Every time you add a new person to the team, it's a new team. I think what's cool is when adding those new people, isn't really changing the culture. All it's really doing is, adding new skills or knowledge to the team, and new personalities to the team, new hobbies to the team, passions, all these different things. It is ridiculously fun, and it's fun. It's challenging. It's rewarding. It's exhilarating. Entrepreneurship can be definitely the highest of highs and lowest of lows, but I like to think as long as the graph's going up and to the right, I think I did up and to the right. It's a good thing, and it's awesome to do that with people you love working with.